You know Arnold Schwarzenegger. He is a bodybuilding champion. He starred in the movie Terminator, where he played a person that was going back in time, a robot going back in time to save the future. Actually, that was Terminator 2. In Terminator 1, he was the villain. And international movie star, governor of California. He would be president if we didn't block him by making that illegal in the U.S. for immigrants to run for president. But anyway, he's a total badass, and he wrote this book called Total Recall, which I've read twice now in the last couple months, and he set himself up for success brilliantly. In this video, I want to talk about the 4 careers of Arnold Schwarzenegger, the 4 things he did in his life to set himself up, and he follows this amazing life outlook thing, which is you don't have to be stuck in like one box. You can do a million things, and Arnold is proof of that. So let's jump into it. Career number 1 was bodybuilder. He started out in Austria with no money and no connections, and he just dreamed of moving to America his entire life. He just wanted to move to America, and he knew that the only way he could do that was through bodybuilding because the big bodybuilding competitions were in the United States. So he did it. He trained super hard. He became a bodybuilder, and he went on to win more awards as a bodybuilder, like Mr. Olympia, than any other person before him. He became the best bodybuilder in the world, moved to Venice, California, because somebody in America sponsored him to do bodybuilding full time. So he made that first dream come true when he was still under 20 years old, still under 30 years old. So he's in Venice, he's working out, and he sees a lot of property around because he's making a little bit of money as this bodybuilding champion. So this starts career number 2 for Arnold Schwarzenegger, which is real estate mogul. Arnold owns property all over LA and probably all over the country. But in the book, he talks mostly about LA, where he went out and bought cheap property, and he made a lot of money with that. Basically, he made so much money with real estate that by the time he went and did his 3rd career, which we'll go into in a second, he was already a millionaire. So he made his millions from real estate. Most people don't know that, and he actually goes into it in great detail in this book, which is why one of the main reasons I recommend checking it out. The real estate thing was the biggest surprise for me. And then he moves into his 3rd career, which is movie star. He's sitting there as a bodybuilding champion. He realizes you can't be a bodybuilder forever. He sets himself up as a real estate mogul. He's got all these buildings, and he doesn't want it to end, so he jumps into his 3rd career. He goes out and starts trying to get booked into films. Because he had such a good base, this is the coolest part, because he had such a good base of income, all he applied for were leading man and speaking part roles. He didn't have to worry about being an extra. He didn't really have to worry about these bad roles. So he started out as Hercules in New York was the first movie he was in. And then he jumped to a few other ones. His first big hit was Conan the Barbarian and then Terminator. And he's just been crushing it with films ever since, mostly because he didn't have to care about money because of his past 2 careers. And then once he was already an established movie star, he went into his 4th career, which was governor of California. He realized now he doesn't have to worry about money from his bodybuilding and his real estate, and now even more so his movie star life. So he went in to a more fulfilling career in California government. There was a recall election where the former governor of California was pulled down. The people hated him and they wanted to take him out of office. So there was a big election where 7 or 800 people were running for governor at the same time. So many, dozens and dozens of people were running for governor at the same time. Gary Coleman was a candidate. Another big candidate was Ariana Huffington and Arnold Schwarzenegger. So he ran for governor and he won. And his terms, the first term apparently was really good. I'm not going to get too into California politics because I'm not in California. Apparently the second term wasn't as good, but he still was governor. And if he had been an American citizen, I could have seen him on a similar path to Reagan, where he probably would have ended up as president of the United States. Because Ronald Reagan did the exact same thing, where he was governor for 2 terms, 1 or 2 terms in California, and then he became president. But Arnold Schwarzenegger couldn't do it. So those are 4 careers. And now he's going back to being a movie star. and he might do something completely different next. So Arnold Schwarzenegger is a great example of not boxing yourself in, using one success to set yourself up for further success, right? Using one startup or one company to set yourself up for other companies. Mark Cuban's another good example of somebody who's been doing that. Maybe I'll do a video on him next. Thanks for watching the video. Feel free to like this video to encourage this type of content in the future. Subscribe to this channel for more B2B sales training. And if you need marketing support for your digital agency, check out experiment27.com. Thanks.